Have you ever heard the saying, "Don't let yourself on fire to keep someone else warm"? It's a reminder connected to Stoicism about how it is important to balance kindness and self-care. Yet, in today's view of the world, the rush to be seen as good, many have twisted the noble act of kindness into a self-destructive habit. We are often told to go above and beyond, to push ourselves to keep someone else happy, but at what cost? To be truthful, too much kindness when it drains your energy. And well-being is not a virtue but a path to self-destruction. Many have lost themselves because they gave too much of themselves. They are left unappreciated and burned out. It's a modern-day tragedy where the best intentions lead to the worst outcomes. Stoicism helps us with this and shows us another way, a way to be generous without losing yourself, a way to be kind, but also a way to be kind to oneself. In this video, we will discover how Stoicism can help you set boundaries, so your kindness can become a source of strength, not pain. Stay with us as we navigate the Stoic way on how to find balance between generosity and self-preservation. Don't set yourself on fire to warm others. Too much kindness can become a trap, one that Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, would caution us against. Imagine being someone who always rushes to help others, never saying no. It is like giving out pieces of yourself until there's nothing left. You are becoming the person who always helps others, but when you try to look around, you find yourself alone in your time of need. It's not just about being kind, it's about being kind and generous to yourself too. Marcus would remind us that our first duty is to our own well-being. Without being there for ourselves, we can't genuinely be there for others. Look at the story of two neighboring gardeners. One always takes care of their garden, and the other, despite having their own plot, tends to everyone else's gardens. The diligent gardener, understanding the importance of self-care, took care of their garden with the right balance of attention and resources, resulting in a vibrant space. On the other hand, the one who spends so much time on others' gardens had the opposite result. Their own plot became neglected. Without proper care, their garden wilted, and the yields were meager. In their goal to be helpful, they overlooked their own needs, leaving their garden and metaphorically themselves depleted. Let this remind you that you need to reflect before diving headfirst into helping others. Ask yourself, is this help sustainable? Am I preserving my well-being? The ancient Stoics would encourage us to practice Stoicism by setting healthy boundaries. Reciprocity has an expiration date. Generosity is a virtue that enriches our lives and the lives of those around us. Yet, it seems to harbor a subtle trap when done without moderation. Stoicism, still echoing wisdom in our modern world, teaches us an important lesson about the limitations of kindness. Offering help with an open heart is noble, but expecting the same level of generosity in return can lead to disappointment. Life often shows us that the good we do today might not be remembered tomorrow. This isn't a reflection of our own worth, but a natural drift of human memory and gratitude. Consider giving as planting a tree. You take care of it, hoping it will grow and maybe one day offer shade or fruit, but nature has its course. Storms, droughts, and seasons change. Similarly, when we extend kindness, we must not attach to the hope of a direct return. The Stoics, mainly Epictetus, advise us to focus on our actions, not their outcomes. Some things we can control and some things we can't, he stated, telling us that the joy of giving should come from the act itself, not from the anticipation of return. Embracing this mindset shields us from unmet expectations. It teaches us emotional resilience, allowing us to continue to be kind and generous without being taken advantage of. This means we should find balance and recognize our kindness as a reflection of our character, not a transaction. By doing so, we not only protect the peace in our minds, but also cultivate a form of generosity that is pure. This Stoic principle teaches us to give freely but wisely. In your daily interactions, how can you apply the Stoic principle of giving without expectation? Think about a scenario where you can offer your support or kindness without seeking anything in return, and consider the steps you might take to ensure your kindness remains a source of personal fulfillment rather than depletion. Received requests have no limits. Reflecting on history is a fascinating thing. To observe the extreme services royalty demanded, from dressing to personal hygiene, all performed by attendants. Looking at it today, it's clear to see that people still have expectations of us, always asking for favors they could easily handle themselves. Stoicism shines a light on this, teaching us the value of setting boundaries and embracing moderation. This philosophy serves as a beacon, guiding us through the endless requests, allowing us to act with intention and keep our emotional well-being intact. Stoicism isn't about denying help, but about finding balance, ensuring we are kind to ourselves as well, and that we do not always support others. Take, for example, the poignant tale of a mother and her adult daughter in a quaint town. The mother, loving her daughter, cared for her to the point of preventing her from embracing her responsibilities. This continued until the mother's untimely demise, which catalyzed the daughter's independence. This story highlights a crucial lesson. While our intentions are supposed to be pure, excessive support can stifle growth. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, encapsulated this Stoic wisdom in his meditations. A man's job is to stand upright, not to be kept upright by others. This insight tells us to urge self-reliance, fostering a balance that benefits everyone involved. As we navigate the demands of modern life, let us not forget that being mindful of ourselves is not selfishness, but a necessary act of self-care. Being seen and treated as fragile, Stoicism teaches us a powerful lesson about inner resistance and self-command. It's about building a fortress within, honing the art of self-restraint, and drawing clear lines in the sand that define our personal space. Over time, always bending over backward for others can lead to being seen as weak. Without strict boundaries, we become exposed and easily exploited by those who see our kindness not as a strength, but as a means to take advantage of us. This cycle drains us, leaving us feeling undervalued and overburdened. Yet when we start to say no, a change occurs. We are no longer the go-to for every request. This assertiveness shows a newfound respect for ourselves, signaling to others that we care about our time and energy, ensuring their respect in return. Cicero, a luminary in the Stoic philosophy, encapsulated this when he stated, "What you think of yourself is much more important than what others think of you." By setting boundaries, we not only protect our mental and emotional well-being, but also foster respect from those around us. Remember, the power of no is a declaration of self-worth and a testament to the respect you desire from the world. Embrace this and watch as it reshapes the dynamics of your relationships, fostering mutual respect. However, embodying this change isn't without its challenges. Being available often attracts those seeking help, sidelining you when the time for celebration is near. It's a harsh reality, where having an open heart might lead to exclusion from moments of happiness, locking you into the role of the helper. This realization, though harsh, serves as a litmus test for discerning genuine connections from opportunistic ones. It is an exercise in recognizing the true value of relationships, encouraging a mindful approach to whom we offer our time. Did you know that the practice of setting boundaries, a Stoic principle, not only improves our personal well-being but also enhances the quality of our relationships? It's a true aspect of human psychology. When we respect ourselves enough to say no to others, we often gain their respect. This effect underlines the transformative power of self-respect. By embracing Stoic wisdom, we not only protect ourselves from burnout, but also form relationships that are truly enriching and reciprocal. If you have found value in this message so far, please leave a thumbs up to show your support. Now let's examine strategies that teach us how to avoid being used by others, and how to avoid the dangers of being too kind. The first strategy is to overcome the apprehension associated with refusing. Look at why the word no often feels so heavy, tracing its weight back to early lessons where niceness and acceptance of such lessons are deeply ingrained during our formative years. Throughout the years, A fear of rejection has ingrained itself, constructing a framework where our value is linked to constant compliance. However, the Stoic philosophy encourages us to confront and analyze these deeply rooted beliefs, promoting a life characterized by intentional decisions rather than being swept along by the currents of past conditioning. As adults, we possess the autonomy to redefine our interactions, acknowledging that the fears instilled in us during childhood no longer dictate our choices. Viewed through the lens of Stoicism, we are empowered with the cognitive tools to assess our emotions, enabling us to engage with life's challenges deliberately instead of being controlled by ingrained behaviors from our past. Establishing boundaries through the act of saying no, particularly when requests infringe upon our well-being or principles of fairness, transcends mere defiance against outdated fears. It becomes a significant practice in self-respect and asserting autonomy. Acknowledging the authentic needs of others while remaining mindful of our own boundaries epitomizes genuine Stoic wisdom. This approach ensures that our acts of kindness are not merely displays of self-discipline, but also manifestations of compassion and empathy. It cultivates a society where mutual respect and support flourish. Second strategy: be attentive to your emotions. Embracing Stoicism gently urges us towards introspection and mindfulness, guiding us to carefully examine our thoughts and emotions, thus nurturing mental resilience. This ancient wisdom encourages us to take ownership of our inner peace. Through observing our reactions and feelings, particularly in acts of generosity, Stoicism teaches us that genuine fulfillment in aiding others should uplift us, akin to the weightlessness of clouds. Conversely, sensations of exhaustion, irritation, or a sense of exploitation serve as signals prompting us to recalibrate. It's crucial to acknowledge when our contributions, while not obligatory, start to chip away at our serenity. Recognizing this discomfort isn't self-deception. It's a brave act of self-care, ensuring that our kindness continues to bring joy rather than deplete our spirit. We'd love to hear what struck a chord with you in today's conversation. If you found this message valuable, let us know in the comments below. And if you're intrigued by how Stoicism can enrich your life, don't hesitate to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons to stay updated. Your support means the world to us and empowers us to keep crafting content that speaks to you.